Hi guys, I'm Tony the vet, and today we're going to be talking about guinea pigs. Now, guinea pigs are small little creatures that are very commonly kept. More than likely you're going to have a little group, more than one, just for social reasons. Usually very easy, low maintenance, no problem keeping them. But there's a few things that you need to know just to make sure that you don't go too far wrong. A lot of the issues around the guinea pig's problems are related to nutrition and husbandry, so how you keep your guinea pig and what you feed it. It's very important that your guinea pig is kept in a nice, clean, dry environment. They're native to South America, Central America, so if you want to, you should be able to sort of look up their natural environment and have a rough idea of some of the things that they're going to be likely to encounter in the wild. And then you can base some of your decisions on where you're going to keep them and how you're going to house them on that information. One of the most important things to do is to make sure that you don't keep your guinea pigs with your rabbits if you do have any. Some people tend to keep them with rabbits, and this has become a bit of a no-no now. So it's important that when you have your guinea pig that you maybe have more than one, so they have safety in numbers and they feel very secure. The guinea pigs themselves generally don't have many issues, but one of the things that you need to make sure that they have plenty of is vitamin C, so a good quality balanced diet. They do suffer from scurvy if their diet isn't appropriate, and they'll have lots and lots of side effects, and that can lead to very poor health. So it's very important that you make sure that your diet is adequate and you're feeding them appropriately. One of the things you need to look out for with guinea pigs is that they don't form abscesses. A lot of the time they can get trauma in their mouth, which seems to seed to the lymph nodes in their neck and places like that. So they can often end up with lymph node inflammation and abscesses that might need draining. And then if that does happen, you're going to have to give them a little bit of medicine, which would involve taking them to your vet and having them checked out. They tend to squeak quite a lot. There's at least 7 different sounds that they recognize that they can make in different frequencies. But one of the times you will probably hear them squeaking is when they're at the vet. If they do get injected, they are prone to making a little bit of noise. So if you do end up with any signs of abscesses or discharges coming from the skin, it's more than likely either something that's happened to their mouth, so they've got a little bit of a foreign body, like some of their hay or a little bit of a stick or something like that that's gotten perforated through their mouth and that has affected their lymph node. Or the other time that can sometimes get abscesses if they've been fighting and they bite each other. They are prone to getting these little calluses on their feet as well, so you need to be careful that the husbandry is appropriate and the bedding and everything else is appropriate, because they do get pododermatitis, so a routine check of their feet is very important. One of the other things that you probably want to be aware of is the gender of your guinea pigs if you're keeping more than one, because they are going to procreate and reproduce on a good scale. So if you do have your little guinea pigs in that you're sure you've got males and females, it's probably a good idea to get them to your vet and get them neutered. Guinea pigs peculiar insofar as when they give birth to what they call precocious young. So when the guinea pig babies are born, they're born like clones of their parents. They're not hairless, they're ready to go. So when they come out, they're very able to run around, and within moments they're on their feet and moving around freely, which can be a bit unusual to look at. But just be aware that if you do have a pregnant guinea pig, she's going to have smaller versions of herself and there'll be lots of them. So it's probably a good idea at some stage to get your guinea pigs neutered. One of the other things you need to consider when you have your guinea pigs is that they're not going to be in any damp conditions. So they're from a dry climate usually, and it's important that their bedding is changed routinely. If you do see any signs of any issues with their feet or their skin, it's more than likely going to be down to damp, so it's important to keep them dry. Again, if you do see any issues, infections, skin wounds, that kind of thing, it's very important that you get them to your vet, and your vet will be able to give you the treatment you need to keep them nice and happy. Guinea pigs are native to South America, so if you do want to know a little bit about their history, if you look them up online, you'll be able to see where they've come from and what sort of things they like to eat and where they like to hide, give you a better idea of the things you need to put into their enclosure to make them feel comfortable, because they are prey species and they do like places to hide. So lots of deep litter and hay for them to hide in is a very good idea, and little cubby holes and little tubes and things for them to get away if they do want some peace and quiet and if they do need to escape from their friends in their enclosure. So one of the nice things about guinea pigs is they make a good pet for small kids because they're easily portable and you can pick them up. They're generally, once they're handled from an early age, they make nice little pets, so they're often a nice pet to get to introduce a family to pet ownership. They do need a little bit of care, obviously, and a little bit of attention. One of the things you need to be a bit careful of if they aren't getting access to an appropriate substrate for their feet is that you take their nails and just give them a little clip now and again. You can get your vet to do this for you if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. That's one thing you might need to look out for. One of the other things that sometimes guinea pigs suffer with is a condition called mange, which is a parasite. And again, if that does occur and you see hair loss and changes in the skin, you might want to take them to your vet to get the treatment for that. Guinea pigs tend to live for about 6 to 8 years, so it's not very long lived, but it's a good life. In 6 to 8 years, they tend to make excellent pets, and they are something that is going to be a nice addition to your home. And if you do have your husbandry and your nutrition right, they should cause you little or no trouble usually. That's it from me, Tony the Vet, and I'll see you guys next time.